XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, when the price was exactly within here, exactly here, I mentioned my opinion that if I want to look for buy, I prefer to wait for the price to tag or break the previous low before we look for the next trade setup. Okay, that's why I mentioned if the price reverse from here as a corrective, we are not really interested to look for trade. And this is what we get. This is what I meant. All right. Anyway, the price tag, break the previous low. Now the question is, what's the next? Okay. And whether we can, if we put this loan relative to the previous one, whether we can look for the divergence since we have a shadow, or we have to wait for the breakout, but then we can consider this one as a divergence. It depends on the traders, how they look at the chart. All right. By the way, we start with the higher time frame and we want to see what's the next and whether we can get any opportunity for buy and how we can look for the trade setup. Anyway, we move to weekly chart. And based on weekly, can we expect the price give us one more drop and retest this line? Yes, may it happen, but we don't need to wait for that. And before we look for the trade setup, that's mean what I mean. That's mean we can look for that if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it. We are not looking for the reversal. And the reason I mentioned about this, if we get any opportunity for buy, we should know how to manage it in case it doesn't move in our direction. And at this point, I'm looking for continuation, and based on daily, we're looking for the correction. And the first target we're looking for is 94 cents. Then following by 1.13, following by 1.33 before the price can continue and tag or break the all-time high. Okay. And based on weekly, we have nothing else to discuss. And in this case, we move to lower time frame, we move to daily chart. And based on daily, when we get this move, I mentioned we can expect to see the daily correction, and this is what we get. All right. And if this one turns to a correction, we see the continuation. It can give a better confirmation for the price to tag 94 cents. All right. How we can look for trade based on daily chart? I don't see any trade setup. That means we have to look for the trade based on lower time frame. Then we move to forward chart. And based on forward chart, can we consider this one as a flat? And this is the reversal. Maybe we can expect this one continue and drag, drop before we see the reversal. Okay, if we get this one, this is the best where we can get the better trade setup with lower risk. All right. But at this point, even based on forward chart, we cannot look for the trade setup unless we see the reversal as a sharp move flag. Even for that, we have to trade based on 1 hour chart. Then how we can look for trade based on 1 hour chart? Do we need to wait for the price to retest the previous low following by divergence before we take the next trade setup? Or we can consider this one as a divergence. As I mentioned, it depends on, because we have the shadow here, and it depends on the strategy the traders they use. But for me, if I want to look for the divergence, I prefer the price tag or break the previous low. But at this point, we don't need to wait for that before we take the next trade. If we get any opportunity for buy, even flag from here, I will take it. Or we put our entry above here in case the price reverse, and in that case, we want a price sharply tag, break, and continue. And if the price tag, we don't keep the trade more than 2 hours. All right. That's mean for me, if I get any opportunity for buy from here, I will take it. Okay. But we should know that if it doesn't move in our direction, we should know how to manage it. Either it can continue and drop as a corrective, or we can expect the price reverse. Then we see the drop, and this one turn to a more complex correction. And we don't need to wait for the next drop before we take the next trade. If I get any opportunity for buy from here, as what I mentioned, I will take it. But we should know how to manage it if it doesn't move in our direction. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.